So hello and welcome back to the channel, family. Right now I am in my truck and I'm about to get head to a company event that we're having. We have it 2 times a year, and basically the event is going to be held for June 17th, and it's also just a celebration for our company. So the main thing though we're doing is celebrate June 17th. It's fun. I've been to it before. Every year I keep saying I'm not gonna go. That's just my personality because I be getting just tired. And I've been needing to rest my mind. But again, like I said last video, I do need to get out because I do have that cycle of work, home, work, home. Mom, work, mom, work. And sometimes you can get a little tired of that because you know you are your own person. But I'm not gonna sit down and admire the fact of being able to be a mother, because looking back after all the struggles and the pains and different things like that, you get to look back at all the work that you've actually done. And we do quite a lot. It's overlooked. So right now I'm ready to head to main event. I don't know if I'm overdressed. I kind of feel like I am a little overdressed, but I don't get to dress up. So yes, today I'm gonna dress up because I want to feel good. Mind y'all, I looked in the mirror today and I was just like, wow, gosh, you did your big one. You know, I'm not where I want to be completely, but I'm satisfied that I'm not where I was, like the saying goes. I done came a long, long way. For any of y'all who have went back in my story when I first started vlogging, I did used to dance. So at one point in time, I've never ever thought in my spirit, in my mind, or anything in my heart that that's all I was a dancer. I never did think that. But I did get stuck in that cycle for a long time. And I'm not down on nobody. I'm not down on nobody they doing it. It's just the fact, like I said, I looked in the mirror today. And when I looked in the mirror today, I seen me dressed up. And I was just like, wow, like, I didn't see myself here back those years ago when I was dancing. I didn't see that. And so it's just crazy how life can send you in different directions that you can't even imagine. I went through a whole lot of different jobs where I was just like, why is it so hard? Why don't I feel like I'm where I'm supposed to be? I went through a lot of different stuff. And those jobs actually built me for the job that I'm at today. Like, it actually built me being able to have endurance to work hard and keep going and different things like that. And so looking back, I didn't appreciate it then, but I appreciate it now because I'm just like, wow, I see. You know what I mean? Sometimes I feel like some of the jobs were just the wear and tear on the body was just overly done. But I see now that it built me for just where I need to be able to keep going and handle the position that I have at my job. So yeah, but I remember a long, long time ago. I remember suffering real bad in depression, and sometimes I still have my episodes here and there. But life is not easy. Life be lifing, you know. But I would have times when I would just be stuck. Like, I wouldn't want to clean up. I wouldn't want to get dressed. I wouldn't want to do my makeup. I wouldn't even want to be woke. Like, I just wanted to rest. Like, a long rest. Like, a long rest. And I just felt, like giving up a lot of times. And I didn't know why I was doing it because, like I said, I wasn't trying to do it. I think I got in a cycle of doing that as well. A cycle of being in defeat in my head and stuff like that. And the thing about it is, I had to go through a lot of different mental obstacles along the years. And a lot of it seemed like confusion to me at the time. But along those obstacles, God always placed different things in my life to where I ran into people. It would even be times when I would run into homeless people and they would like give me words of motivation. And you know when somebody's talking, you know when they really know what they're talking about and they just running their mouth. I'm gonna say it like this: I don't care what position you in. Knowledge don't come with a type of image. You know what I'm saying? It can come in any type of form or fashion. So thing about it is to know when to be wise and to know who and what applies to you and use that and apply it to your own life situation. So back to what I was saying. I used to pray, you know, and be like, please take this depression off of me. I used to pray to God, be like, please take this depression off of me. It feel heavy. I can't shake it. Having that feeling will make me feel even more depressed because in my mind, I knew I had so many things to be grateful for. I knew how strong I was. I knew the things that I could have possibly not had. I knew the lessons that I had learned. So it was very depressing for me to not be able to shake feeling depressed because nobody wants to feel like they being ungrateful or don't appreciate the things that they have in their life, because I know that's a gift to be able to cherish those things. So feeling ungrateful for those things, like not ungrateful for them, but not living it out in the physical and feeling depressed inside, I was just like, something is wrong. I know something not right about that. And that would make me feel even more down because I wanted to be one of those people that be happy and screaming and motivating and telling people keep going. And I'm still that person to tell people to keep going and being motivated, but I couldn't shake when my depression would hit. And that's very, very sad to be able to tell somebody the right words and you know the right words, but you can't apply it to yourself all the time. That's really, really bad. But eventually, after me losing everything, I thought I did. But see, God, He have His ways of showing you that as long as you got you and you got God, He gonna put people in your life like He did, you know, and they're gonna motivate you and they're gonna show you that you got enough to keep going. And so I ended up going to a job, and it was hell at that job, I'm not gonna lie. But once I got past the hell with that job, I was able to see my moments in which heaven shined through at other jobs. You know, I was able to compare. And after all that, it just showed me, like, you're not gonna give up no matter what. Like, it's gonna take the world to end for you to just leave and walk away from a job. So now I have that mind frame where, like, I'm unbreakable. Like, even if I feel like I don't want to do it, I don't go nowhere because I'm determined to reach my goals and I'm determined to get where I want to go in life. So I got a job. Like, everything about this particular job, it's like went against my grain. It was kind of like with somebody working out or somebody being mentored and they didn't want to go through them cycles. Some of the cycles that you don't want to go through, that's because your mind already made to where you have habits to where you feel like you're limiting yourself. So, for instance, like say a job have you where you have to have certain standards, have to wear certain clothes, have to wear certain makeup. With the depression I was suffering from at one point, I didn't want to put on no makeup. I didn't want to do nothing at times. Like, I just didn't care. Like, I wanted to care, but I wasn't. And this particular job, it's a requirement pretty much that you wear makeup and that you keep yourself up, that you care about your presentation. At one point, I was agitated with that because I'm like, why did that matter how we present ourselves? Why does it matter, you know? But over time, when I started doing it and get into a habit of doing it, I was like, man, you know what? Sometimes I do be too tired to do it. But when I do it, and I look in the mirror and I wake up, I be like, man, this feels good. Like, I look like I care about myself. It's not even about makeup. It's about the fact of attending to yourself. That's the thing. Taking time out to care. Because people don't realize that not everybody, like I said, you don't got to do makeup, and it could just be your hair. It could be just getting dressed for the day. But life requires us to attend to so many other things that we really not paying attention sometimes, especially if you're a mom, a full-time mom, that you're neglecting yourself. You know what I'm saying? And that can cause issues without you realizing it, and then you just going, get burnt out, and then next thing you know, you just done hit the bottom of being tired and done burnt all the way out. You know, that's how that works. But like I said, God blessed me to be able to have somebody force me, because I wasn't forcing myself. And you know what I mean? That's love. You know what I mean? That's love for somebody to push you and force you out of your comfort zone when it's a rightful thing, when it's something that needs to be done. You know what I mean? And I feel like that was put in my life because it needs to be done for me. You know, like I said, everybody don't need makeup. Everybody don't need. It ain't that. It's just the fact of making yourself feel good, having somebody care about you feeling good, and about everybody looking good. Like, it's something about that. You know what I mean? About caring and grooming and just, yeah. But not to talk y'all ear off. I'm about to get ready to go to this event. We're about to learn some things about slavery and do some stuff like that. It's gonna be off the chain. Hopefully I can give you guys a glimpse of what it is. I want you guys to always know that everything is not for your bad. Some of the things that's hard for you, even some of the lessons maybe with the parents, with your kids, or anything, it might be teaching you something a little more different than what you're seeing or what you're thinking. It might be pushing you for a change. You know what I mean? That might be what that is. I noticed something with a lot of these kids today. It's a lot of stuff going on the internet that's trending, and a lot of celebrities and stuff like that, where parents are so busy, they're not really able to fully control everything, and their kids kind of like mimicking these celebrities. I'm gonna be honest with you, what kids really ain't finding somebody that's on TV or something that they really like and they're clinging to? I mean, that's like you could be watching a TV show, but like, that's my favorite actor, or it's my favorite singer. You know what I mean? You're going to go through that. It's just a simple fact about building up your child overall from the inside out. The outside going to go through so many different things, but it's like they're saying, what's in your wallet, what's inside your soul. You know what I mean? That's what's going to stand out at the end. Because you're going to have some kids that might be a certain type of way to the end, like till you pass away, then they just change like that out of nowhere. So it's really just about instilling different seeds, you know. And it's the same thing with family and friends. Same thing. It's about instilling seeds. But the whole point of what I want to touch on it was, like I said, it might be something going deeper. You know what I mean? Like, you might have people that's like painting their nails black or something like that, like kids, and you might be looking like, oh, they're out of control. No, you might need to get them kids and sit down with them and force them. You can't make people do stuff, but sit down and invite a vision board. Sit down and invite hey, let's talk about what you like doing. Hey, sit down and let's try to work on this and work on that. And just to get inside their head and try to, you know, see where they headed. I'm suggesting these things because I done had this stuff happen with my kids as far as celebrity rappers. I see them going in too far with it, and I see them getting out of character. But you got to always remember, just like with us, we don't fully know our character. We still growing into who we are. So it's nothing wrong with people like venturing and walking through stuff. Just always make sure that they have options to pick in between, so they'll be able to just not say they didn't know this and didn't know that, and that's all they know. Which is why I said, like, going back to what I was talking about, I just jumped off topic with that because I'm always touch notes about parents with kids, because like I said, that builds up the parent and the child as far as how relationships go with parent and child. That builds character on both ends, not just the kids. It also affects the parents, how the kids are going. But speaking on growth, I'm almost here, and I hope to be able to, like I said, do a little bit of sneak peeks here and there, but I do really want to enjoy myself. I don't want to spend too much time doing stuff, internet stuff, because that's going to always be there. Your experiences that you're doing, they might not always come. You know what I mean? You might not get no replica of that, but you can always record or whatever. So I'm here, and I just want to touch bases with y'all. So